Number 11, we're asked to find the roots. So I know that roots are the same thing as x-intercepts, and that's where f of x or y is equal to 0. So the first thing you're going to do is set the equation equal to 0. So 0 equals x squared minus 7x minus 30. Then from here, in order to solve this, first of all, we'll have two possible solutions since it's an x to the second power. And to solve this, the first thing we're going to do is try to factor. And if factoring fails, then we'll resort to the quadratic formula. So for factoring, on the right-hand side, looks like we have three terms, so that would be method number 3. So I take the last number, which is 30, and I make a factor list of 30. Because that's a minus in front of the 30, I'm subtracting the numbers in my list, and I'm trying to get that middle term 7, and we'll modify to get 7 negatives. So I know the factor pair would be 10 times 3, and if I subtract 10 and 3, I get 7. But really, we need 7 negatives, so how do I modify? 10 and 3, in order to combine for 7 negatives, I would need to have a negative on the 10. So now that I have my two factors, I can rewrite the expanded form on the right-hand side as 2 open parentheses, x squared splits as x times x, and my two factors are minus 10 and plus 3. After you have rewritten the expanded form and factored form, the next thing you need to do is apply the zero product property, which says if you're multiplying two quantities together, here's the first and here's the second, and your answer is 0, then either that first one, the x minus 10, has to be equal to 0, or the second one, the x plus 3, has to be equal to 0. So we solve each one-step equation. So for the first equation, to get x alone, inverse operations, add 10 to both sides. So my first solution here, I have x equals 10. For my second equation, subtract 3 from both sides, inverse operations, so I have x equals negative 3. So my two solutions are x equals 10 and x equals negative 3.